I know you want to help the Nord Cultural Exchange.
You land are all insane. Kara is the worst of you. Khajiit or no, sneaking into Dominion territory.
Talk to Thrush. I'm not here in any official capacity.
Well, well, if it isn't the hero of the Pact. Glad you made it. I'm the leader of the Hidden Armigers. If you've heard of us, we haven't been doing our jobs. The Armigers do the Pact's dirty work. Sometimes that involves agents from the Morag Tong and other secret organizations, like Naryu here. Well, well, I'm the leader of the Hidden... She owes me a favor. It's a long series of stories we don't have time for. She saved my brother. I saved her life. We're back and forth. That's it for story time. You're here about Varnus Galarian? That crazy Altman wants to organize a secret meeting of the Alliance leaders in neutral territory. He'll be here any minute, so I'll let him give you the details. But don't worry, the Armigers will do our part. Little details. Making sure the right agents are in the right places. Protecting Pact interests, that sort of thing. I could tell you more, but then Naryu would want to kill you. Or maybe just cut on you a little. Turns out I'm glad you came, Virion. I'm calling in that favor.
You mean you called me here without knowing if you needed me, Thrush? Ugh. What's the favor?
I need you to contact the other spy networks, the Eyes of the Queen of the Aldmeri Dominion, and the Ring of Daggers in the Daggerfall Covenant.
Contact? You do me with the tips of my daggers, repeatedly, right?
No. This is a diplomacy thing. No killing.
Apologies for my
Waste
lateness.
of a favor, Thrush. Should have asked for something your lackeys couldn't do. We're even after this, you know.
I know, but this is important. Thanks, Naryu. I'll even ride with you as far as Auradon. Let's go.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But this places us in a delicate political position. Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces, and if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier. While the others handle the preparations on Sturk, you and I have the most important job. Greatly esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, it is my great honor to present to you...
Varnus, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered a mortal enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk.
While the others handle the preparations on Sturk, you and I...
Varnus is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me. Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside our differences. But under different circumstances, you and I would be sworn enemies. Well spoken and point taken. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet you. Your exploits are legendary. A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples it creates travel far and wide. Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel and unfeeling master. But enough philosophy. What did you wish to speak with me about? And you need all three of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting? A bold suggestion. I like it. Very well. I make no promises with regards to the negotiations themselves, but I will attend. That much I promise. Varnus is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me.
That went well, I think. Shall we move on? To Wayrest, expect a certain level of formality. The court of High King Emeric is often filled with scandalmongers and subversives. Therefore, protocol is the order of the day. Shall we?
Tell the lovely Dunmer Naryu that she is very welcome to disguise herself as a serving girl and show off for
Raz,
this one.
inappropriate.
This one has no regrets.
Esteemed High King Emeric, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Skald King Yoren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
The Skald King sends his personal champion into his enemy's stronghold? Either he has a lot of faith in you, or he's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak.
While the others handle the preparations on Sturk, You and I have the most important job.
Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning. Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept. That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favourite Daedric prince, then? What of him? Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say? That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Give my best to Thrush. Tell him I hope we can dance again soon.
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew that.
Oh, I love to mingle, Your Majesty. I'm going to mingle their heads right off their necks one of these days.
Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations. We have much to do. Come. While the others handle the...
They're waiting on you. Good luck. You're going to need it.
I've got weapons if you've got coin.
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and... well, you'll see soon enough. Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit? Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
The word has been given.
A moment, please! I'll wait for you on the other side.
Our representative, Captain Alfari, is in charge of security on Stirk. He assures us that all is well there, but keep your wits about you. Good luck. I'm just here as security. You should talk to the Great Mage, Vanus Galerion.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruins. I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another. Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation. I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Cold Harbor invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting. Lead on. 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you. Let's get to the summit point. Lead on.
The summit is just ahead. The leaders should be arriving any moment.
Third. Look!
What is it?
It's Lady Laurent!
Isn't it exciting? The Mage Guild actually asked us to come with them on this mission. It seems our hard work is finally paying off.
According to my calculations, the chances that the leaders of the 3 alliances can reach any kind of agreement is 756,000 to 1.
Talk won't get us anywhere. Action. That's what will stop Molag Bal.
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
Vanus Galarian as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
Farewell, milady. We must dash. We're expected at the summit. Let's get to the summit.
I don't care who you are. If you can't carry my luggage, you're useless to me.
But please, don't distract me. If I don't finish packing, Lady Laurent will give me quite the talking to.
Wonderful. It's Tellinger. Here's Tellinger the Artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of failed wit.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
You really must learn to respect your betters, old friend.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day.
Getting the leaders to cooperate will be no small task. I hope you're up for it.
I pray these talks go smoothly. We need to learn to work together.
Well met, friend. I've heard a lot about you.
The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari, has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You 3 should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
Security couldn't be tighter. This should go off without a hitch.
It's good to see you again, my friend.
Bah! I can't stand this glorified guard duty. Give me a skull to cleave.
Guard duty on a tropical island? Sure, why not?
Once we get to Cold Harbor, it will be open season on Daedra.
High King Emeric of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emeric.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my Lion Guard.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected. An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps? See if you can reason with them individually. This is going about as well as I...
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. They've succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think? Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all 3 alliance leaders consent to it, our hands are bound. Speak to them. Make them see reason.
Our alliance owes you a great debt, friend.
I tried, but these thick-skulled bastards will not see reason. But what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there. Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance. You make some sense after all. I will support this foolish plan if you can convince the other leaders. I tried, but these thick...
Be respectful in the Queen's presence. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Euron is being stubborn out of spite. He's your king. Can't you reason with him? Is there? What did you have in mind? Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand what they'd be up against. Don't presume to think you can intimidate me. History will remember me as a bold and decisive leader who cared about her people. But you do have a point. If you can convince the others, we'll try your plan. Now, leave me in peace.
Be respectful in the Queen's presence.
Euron is being stubborn out of...
Keep your steel sheathed in the presence of the High King, or you'll answer to me.
Your Skald King has all the patience of a bullet mating season. This is a negotiating table, not a battlefield. Can't you talk some sense into that thick head of his? That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest? I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Bal's followers are legion. Arce's beard, you're a bold one. But you may be right. If you can convince the barbarian and the Child Queen to agree, I'll consider it. Your Skald King has all the patience of a bullet mating season.
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise. With very good reason, but the sooner they come to an agreement... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Caldian, what's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal!
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back! How amusing! And yet so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Caldian!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable rifts.
I'll do what I can to keep any more rifts from opening. Countess, defend me.
This is all they send to kill me. Truly?
Don't mind me. I'll be fine. It takes more than a few Daedra to finish me off. Don't mind me.
This is all they send.
My guards, all dead.
Curse that Molag Bal!
The situation is far worse than I could have imagined. Maybe we truly aren't safe.
Everything we've done against the Tharns, everything that's happened to our fragile alliance, was it not enough?
We were so worried about the Alliance leaders fighting among themselves. We never saw this coming.
Damn that Molag Bal.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day. Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him. Yes, at the Ayleid Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders, you have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, Gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
I wish I could go with you. I've always wanted to cut down some Daedra on Molag Bal's home turf. But I have confidence you'll get the job done. Good luck.
Bury an axe in that Daedric bastard.
Molag Bal has much to answer for. Remember those who gave their lives today.
Don't mind me.
Stendarr, protect us all!
I don't know how you managed to pull this off, but the guilds are with you.
As a famous treasure hunter and expert historian, it's no wonder the Mages Guild specifically asked for me to come along. I do hope my manservant Stibbons can handle the sights of Cold Harbor, though. He's a rather sensitive sort.
Are there any spells or traps in Cold Harbor that could turn me into a chicken? I'd just like a fair warning.
The Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild working together? This one never expected to see the day.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to break a few Daedric necks.
Our job will be to help Vanus with the portals. We'll need a lot of them to establish supply lines after we start conquering territory.
Molag Bal's realm is one of the most dangerous and inhospitable places in all of Oblivion. We must not take this invasion lightly.
There aren't any goblins in Cold Harbor, are there? I have a profound dislike of the vile creatures.
I'm ready to cleave some skulls. Do Daedra have skulls? I imagine they do, depending on which type we run into.
I wonder if there are any beautiful ladies in Cold Harbor. Or is that a different Daedric prince?
I'd rather not get eaten by a Daedroth, but I dearly love a few of their teeth.
Cold Harbor? I don't mind admitting that this old dungeon delver is probably more excited than she should be. I can't wait to see what kind of artifacts we can recover.
I shall lead the Fighters Guild into this dreadful realm. We'll make the Lord of Schemes pay for attacking Nirn.
Cold Harbor sounds dreadful. How am I ever going to keep my lady safe in such a dangerous place?
As a famous treasure hunter and expert historian, it's no wonder the Mages Guild specifically asked for me to come along.
I don't know how you managed to pull this off, but the guilds are with you.
We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of slipping into Cold Harbor undetected. It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Cold Harbor. Be on your guard, my friend.
Molag Bol's realm is one of the most...
As a famous treasure.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. They arrived in Cold Harbor, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to mention Molag Bol's defenses. Nasty beasties abound. Off you go, over the bridge and head inland. There's a good chap. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads to the Hollow City. Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest! What a simply fabulous word. Quest. Quest. Quest! I just love how it rolls off the tongue. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Cold Harbor. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder of it all. I have the oddest feeling we've discussed this before, or did I already mention that? No matter. I am Sir Cadwell, the Undaunted, Knight of the Court of Cold Harbor, champion of chivalry, defender of the defenseless, shepherd to the soul-shriven. Seine? That's in the north, isn't it? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Am I not speaking the common tongue of Nirn? I was once fluent, but time does get on, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I forgot the question, though I'm quite sure I already answered it. You really should pay more attention. Did I? I don't recall that, but there is a bridge just ahead. Leads to the city, rather a drab, empty place at present, but a little paint, a potted plant or two. And honestly, it's not as if you've got a lot of choices right now, so off you go. Welcome back to Cold Harbor.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity. I think in this case, that's exactly what we need. We've been waiting for you, Planewalker. You may refer to me as the Groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. I tend to this city. The magic that protects these walls and keeps us safe requires constant nurturing and the utmost care. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place to begin an assault on Molag Bal. This city can be your armor against the hazards of Coldharbour. It just needs life to return it to glory. It could be. There is no safer place in Coldharbour, for Molag Bal's reach cannot extend into the Hollow City. That is what was intended, and that is the way it is. Please walk with me. Let me show you why this city will serve your needs. Watch and listen. While I could explain things to you, it will be better to simply show you. The history of the city permeates these streets, and with a bit of magic, I can reveal it to you. Now come, let us walk. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Coldharbour to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid king Lalorian Dainar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid king single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Coldharbour. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Coldharbour. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid king was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nurn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes. I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vanus Galerion, the Ayleid king, and you, our last best hope. You must gather your allies and bring them here. This city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Coldharbour will have an effect on the Hollow City. It shall be reborn with every person you save, forged into a weapon by your own hands. I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. I offer you what help I can. The Hollow City awaits you and your allies. Use it wisely, and it shall not fail you. You must gather those who were lost. King Dainar and Vanus Galerion have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. Rescue your missing companions. Return the Hollow City to its former glory, and we can begin the assault on Molag Bal. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, allies current and soon to be, all have important parts to play in this endeavor. As you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those you trust and who would be willing to join us here. Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid King, held within a tower of darkness. Vanus the Mage is somewhere in the Eastern Plain. His exact location is hidden from me. I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid King, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dainar, you must recover the lights of Meridia. The lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness. Originally, the lights were a gift from Meridia, power that protected the city and made life easier for its inhabitants. When she pushed the city into Coldharbour, she filled the lights with even more of her divine power. King Dainar is trapped within a tower of darkness, bound by shadows and dark magic. Meridia's lights can unravel those bonds. Without them, you won't be able to set the Ayleid King free. As you no doubt noticed, Molag Bal's realm has its own defenses. Things that teleport onto this plane tend to get scattered. As were your allies. As were the lights. They could be anywhere, but most likely, they are guarded by Molag Bal's forces. Rumors only, I'm afraid. I have heard tales of a strange prison to the northwest. A tower that is not a tower, that guards one of the lights. And others whisper of a vile laboratory to the southeast that distorts the purity of Meridia's light. Originally, the lights were a gift from Meridian. I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid King.
You're alive! That's wonderful. Can we talk? You're a real live person, aren't you? I thought I was all alone out here. I bet you came from that city over there. Could you help me, please? I'm a projection, silly. My brother and I are part of the Mages Guild expedition. Well, freelancers, really. We got separated from the others as soon as we arrived in Coldharbour. But we're not slacking off. We're investigating this old library. We drew straws and I wound up on watch duty. But when I saw Daedra seal the entrance, I found another way inside. To rescue my brother, you know. But now I'm trapped too. There's a lot of magical projection stuff in here. That's how I'm talking to you. The Mages Guild gathered a team of the best dungeon delvers from across the 3 alliances. Members of the Undaunted, just in case they ran into any ruins or relics. My brother went into the old library with a couple of other treasure hunters.
You got it. Look, my brother's the expert, but I think the Daedra are using the projection lenses to spy on the people trapped in the library. As long as the lenses are active, the doors won't open. I'm thinking sabotage is in order.
That's my thought. I'll provide whatever help I can from in here. I can tell you this. One of the other scholars, she called this place the Library of Dusk. Couldn't wait to start exploring. Please hurry. Whatever the Daedra want, it can't be good. I'd much rather speak to you in person. I just don't trust these magical projections. Any number of Daedra could be watching. Is this working? Can you see me? I'll try to show you what's going on inside the library while you smash those lenses. Here goes. Did you see that? I'll make some adjustments while you search for the next lens. It's working. I switched the widgets with the gadgets, and that seemed to do the trick. Now let's see if I can get a view into the other part of the library. That was unexpected. I must be doing something wrong. I'll give it one more try while you hunt down the last lens. Alright, I think I made the proper adjustments. Now, let's see if I can spot my brother.
Lady Laurent, we need to get out of here. This place is a trap. Young Raynor has already been caught in a spell.
Tallinger, let's just stay here, you and I, forever.
No, the glamour has taken you as well.
Come, my dear. Let us find a quiet corner among all these beautiful books.
She's lost. Damn! I need to escape before I also succumb to the spell. I'll leave them a note in case the effects wear off.
spell. Why haven't I been affected? Wait, I just heard the door unlock. It should be safe now. Come meet me in the gallery at the top of the ruins.
Moloch Ball will reward me when I add you to his army.
Raynor! Raynor! He can't hear me. Why can't he hear me? Raynor! I can see Raynor through this observation window, but he can't hear me. It must be the spell. And I bet the spell didn't affect me because I'm not attuned to whatever catalyst controls the Magicka Matrix. You know, the spell web. A pretty elegant trap, really. I think the spell's catalyst has something to do with an interest in knowledge. I'd be insulted, but what can I say? I'm in this for adventure, not scholarly pursuits. And thanks, by the way. The spell seems to be a combination of glamours and illusions. It snared my brother and the other scholarly types. Anyway, we can't leave them like that. We have to snap them out of it. I always have a plan. It requires you to get down there and talk some sense into them. I'll make sure the Daedra don't lock us in here again. Just find me if Raynor gives you any trouble. And be careful. Illusion magic can be tricky. Sure, but there may be other spells active down there. Take a look at the observation windows and remember the details of each holding cell. The Daedra must be keeping those notes for some reason, and I believe in always being prepared. Take another look into the rooms before you head down into the library. If there are illusion spells, you'll need every edge you can get. Sure, but there may be other spells active down there. Take a look at the observation windows and remember the details of each holding cell. The Daedra must be keeping those notes for some reason, and I believe in always being prepared.
What does my state of being matter to an insignificant torchbug like you? You enter our library and seek to take what is ours. For that, you shall most assuredly die. Oh, sorry. This book is so engrossing. Could we talk later? I said I'm reading. Go bother someone with an intellect closer to your own level. I'm sure Lady Clarice and that Ultima Artificer would be happy to listen to your inane ramblings. I don't know what... Wait. You're right. This place radiates Daedric magic. I can feel it in the back of my skull. We need to free the others. Find Lady Clarice. I remember, she realized something important before we were drawn into the spell. I think so. I can still feel the spell tugging at my mind, though. Just in case, Kirith and I are going to our camp outside of the ruins. But I'm worried about the others. Since the spell doesn't seem to affect you, can you look for Lady Laurent? Lady Laurent, Tellinger, and I decided to take advantage of our good fortune and explore this old library. The possible gain in knowledge far outweighed any risk involved. But as soon as we stepped inside, the spell started to take hold. Thanks. Kirith and I will head for our camp outside the ruins. Meet us there after you find Lady Laurent and the Artificer.
That's what he said.
Raynor sent you? But why? I just found the most fascinating... Wait, where am I? I see. I suppose I should ask whether or not you're part of this elaborate trap, but I sense that you're not an illusion. Oh, I can feel the spell, however, crawling back, trying to slip into my mind. What an odd sensation. I remember that we discovered something or another, but the details elude me. Perhaps if I had more time to recover from the effects of the spell... Wait a moment. Tellinger said something important just before I became engrossed in this relic. I wouldn't know exactly, but I'm sure Tellinger's around here somewhere. He's really quite clever, and dashing to boot. He reminds me of my good friend Stibbons. Well, let me see. We decided to take a look around this old library. I was sure there had to be a treasure or two to make it worth our while. Young Raynor became ensorcelled almost immediately and ran off. After that, things kind of get fuzzy. Thank you. I'm going to get out of here. I need to find someone.
I'm rather busy right now. Come back later. No, not even a little. You won't find your artificer, and you'll never leave here alive! not end this war, it will end us. I'm rather busy right now. Come back later. No, not even a little. You won't find your artificer, and you'll never leave here alive! I take it that you are the one who read my note? I take it that you are the one who read my note? The spells I placed upon it alerted me that non-Daedra eyes examined the writing. I do hope that you are a member of the force from Tamriel. If so, I have something to show you. This vault contains a portal, and the power emanating from it is overwhelming. Something on the other side seems to pierce the veil of illusion that hangs over this ruined library. It's inconsequential. Whatever it is, it may serve a purpose in our battle against the Lord of Cold Harbor. If we can acquire it, then this excursion will not have been a complete waste of time. I have my suspicions, but I hate to speculate. If you must know, I think it might be one of the fabled lights of Meridia, the sources of power she used to hurl the Hollow City into Cold Harbor. Come in and we shall investigate further. I take it that you are the one who read my note. The spell... Enter the portal and find the source of the power I sense emanating from the other side. Because I don't completely trust myself, while I have avoided the illusions that trap the others, I can still feel the pull of the Daedric spell. Find the power source and meet me at our camp outside the ruins, and take this token, just in case. Once you go through the portal, the token will attune itself to the access point. If you get lost, use the token and it will return you to the portal. What was once a curiosity that won me fortune and acclaim is now a vital tool in our mission. Enter the portal and find the source of the power I sense emanating from the other side.
These lights of Meridia can free me from Molag Bal's bondage. Find them and bring them to me. Know that you may jump from here and rejoin your friends below. What power I still possess shall keep you safe.
brave hero who broke the spell that bound us. So good to see you again, my friend.
Hey, you made it! Tellinger has been waiting for you. You should talk to him when you get a chance.
Welcome back, my friend. Did you find it? Was I right? Was the source of power I sensed one of the fabled lights of Meridia? By the eight, that crystal! It is a light of Meridia. It is said that these orbs of power once allowed Meridia to transport an entire city into Cold Harbor. If an agent of Meridia harnesses this power force, we shall gain a distinct advantage. With Meridia's light, we can turn the tide of this campaign. Kirith said you came from the Hollow City. We shall go there once everyone has had a chance to rest. Thank you for your help. You know, you remind me of one of my students.
I love the ones with all the pictures in them.
Once inside the Hollow City, we'll begin helping with the war effort. We must test the lights of Meridia and investigate methods for destroying Molag Bal's plane meld mechanism. There is always research to do in campaigns such as this. With Meridia's light, we can turn the tide of this campaign. Once inside the...
I just wanted to say... What I mean is... Bother. I'm not really very good at this. Thank you. For rescuing us, I mean. Thank you so much. I did have another favor I'd like you to do. Stibbons hasn't shown up yet. I haven't seen him since I got lured into that library. I'm surprised he wasn't out here with dinner ready for me. He probably went to higher ground, such as that peak over there.
Thank you so much. I could never have done that by myself. Raynor's sleeping right now, but when he wakes up, I'm going to tell him how great his device worked.
Ah, there you are. The groundskeeper said you had a pickup. I assumed she was talking about this merry band. Good to see them alive and well. They are alive, right? Not that I mind the odd zombie, it's the smell I can't abide. Nasty, that. Ugh. Yes, whenever I visit a library and do some reading, I usually fall right to sleep. Can't keep my eyes open. Great for when I get insomnia. But enough about my sleeping habits. I shall do my heroic duty and bring them back to the city unharmed. No worries there. Almost all the people I've travelled with over the years have remained in one piece for the duration. I've seen the odd dismemberment, but that's far more the exception than the rule. Ah, there you are. The grounds...
I just wanted to...
You look like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my riding crop? Moloch Ball will reward me when I add you to his army. Put down your weapons. We can think of better things to do than fight, can't we? Move now! Look! Intruders! I want that one over there.
Intruders. I want that one over there. That one.
Torchics!
What do you want?
Molag Bal will reward you when I pack you into his army.
You look like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my riding crop? You look like a sturdy one. Should I treat you to my whip or my riding crop? Look! Intruders! I want that one over there. That one belongs to me.
Put down your weapons. We can think of better things to do than fight, can't we?
Put down your weapons. We can think of better things to do than fight.
Sometimes the right thing and the wrong thing are the same thing. You have come to Haj Uzith in its most desperate hour. Haj Uzith is a place out of time, an ancient Argonian settlement plucked from the Black Marsh and deposited into this dread realm. We know of your mission to Cold Harbor, and we would like to help, but unfortunately, my people are divided. Divided over the fate of our history. But tradition demands that you pass our trials and prove your worth before I reveal all of our secrets to you, outsider. Please, head down this path to the city. I will follow you. The path to the south. The path to the southwest leads to Haj Uzith's Central Plaza. I will follow behind you.
I told you, Zohaniel, we will not aid the outsider while our factions continue to argue about the fate of our beloved Hist tree.
The outsider has come, Anjin Saka, just as the Hist tree foretold. Perhaps now we can finally settle our disputes and do what is best for the Hist and for Nirn itself.
We shall see, Treeminder. We shall see. We disagree about many things, outsider, but it all comes down to this. Our history is dying. Bah! I will say no more until you have passed the trials of body and spirit.
Are you ready to help us, outsider? Will you undertake the trials? There are 2 trials, each designed to prove your worth to one of the factions here in Haj Uzith. The trial of spirit and the trial of body. One shall test your intangible qualities, the other your physical virtues. The trial of spirit is a test to prove your worth to the scholars of Haj Uzith. It shall challenge your mind and determine your strength of spirit. The trial of body is a test to prove your worth to Anjin Saka and his warrior faction. I'm sure it involves some kind of contest of strength and physical prowess. By successfully completing the trials, you shall show your worth and skills to our factions. Then you may participate in the great debate that has fractured our community for so long. Are you ready to... Do you wish to start the trial of spirit? As you wish. Please speak to Anjin Saka to begin the trial of body. Do you wish to start the trial of spirit?
We disagree about many things, outsider, but it all comes down to this. Know that our arrangement with Moloch Ball prohibits us from interfering with the Dremora who collect sap from the Hist. You, however, are under no such obligation. It has everything to do with the trial. It is the trial. Beneath the North Pyramid, Dremora gathers sap from the Hist into great vats. They use treated wood to heat the sap and refine it, drawing forth its magical essence. Demonstrate your strength and physical prowess. Destroy the vats and disrupt their operations. If you add more treated wood to the fires, the sap will burn, and the vats will melt in the intense heat. Complete this task, and then return to me. The entrance to the vat chambers is at the top of the North Pyramid. Destroy the vats, and you shall pass the trial of body. Now go.
Speak to me again when you have completed Anjin Saka's trial.
The outsider has returned. Well done, outsider. That should give the Hist time to heal while the Dremora rebuild the refining vats. Nothing good, that's for sure. He covets the magical essence of the Hist sap and refines it into potions and elixirs, whose purpose we can only guess at. It's a perversion, but it is one we must endure. You must still perform the trial of spirit. Speak to Zohaniel when you are ready to begin. You have better things to do than spend time talking to me, outsider.
Do you wish to start the trial of spirit? This trial determines if your spirit can understand the spirit of my people. We cherish courage, which helps us face this realm's horrors, endurance, which allows us to bear its hardships, and preservation, which keeps our traditions alive. Take these amulets and speak to the people on the South Pyramid. Give each amulet to the person that best represents its spiritual quality. For each correct match, you'll receive a gem. 3 statues at the top of the pyramid represent the challenges our values must contend with. Place the gems in the correct statues to symbolize overcoming these challenges. Then meet me at the base of the pyramid when you have finished the trial. The trial of spirit will demonstrate whether or not you understand the heart and mind of my people. May the river flow quickly as you undertake this endeavor. You have proven yourself, as I knew you would. I shall answer what I can. The time of the great Argonian civilization was coming to an end, and our history feared what that would mean for its children. When Molag Bal offered a different solution, the history gladly accepted. We allow Molag Bal's minions to draw sap from the Hist tree. The only thing sustaining the Hist in this foul land is the crystal that Molag Bal gave us. But over time, the crystal has poisoned the Hist. It is dying. Our Hist cares for us, protects us. To preserve our culture, our history struck a bargain with Molag Bal. Now the crystal provided by the Lord of Brutality somehow keeps the Hist alive. But it cannot fully heal the poison in this soil. We believe that the crystal is one of Molag Bal's vampiric shards. Foul relics that corrupt whatever they come in contact with. The crystal only prolongs the suffering of the Hist. No matter the cost, that suffering needs to end. Yes, provided you prove yourself worthy to both sides. Our 2 factions argue over the ultimate fate of the Hist tree. Which is the better outcome? Eternal death or eternal suffering? And then, of course, there is your mission to this dread realm. We know that you have come to this realm with the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. We know that you seek to stop the plane meld that Molag Bal has orchestrated. We want to help you, but we can't while our people disagree. The scholars, of which I am a part, believe that eternal death is better than the eternal suffering our Hist now endures. The warriors, led by Anjin Zaka, feel quite the opposite. Existence, they feel, any existence, is better than oblivion. If only it were that simple. Our Hist is weak, barely sustained by the crystal that feeds it. It hasn't spoken to us in a long, long time. But I have had dreams. They revealed your imminent arrival and hinted at your involvement in our debate. The trial of spirit. trial of spirit will demonstrate whether or not you understand the heart.
I see the trial of spirit has begun. I am a go-between. I negotiate interactions between my people's two factions, as well as with the other inhabitants of Cold Harbor. And which of Zohan Neal's baubles do you think matches my daring nature? No, thank you. That amulet should go to someone who maintains our ways and traditions. And which of Zohan Neal's baubles do you think matches my daring nature? Thank you. I need to be brave and resolute to negotiate not only with my own people, but with the sad and dangerous creatures that roam this twisted plain. Here, take this gem of courage. You will need it when you reach the top of the pyramid. The statues dedicated to the challenges we face on a daily basis await you at the top of the pyramid.
You must be here for the trial of spirit. Know that I am the Lord Master of Haj Uzeth. I maintain the traditions and customs of my people. Of course. And which amulet do you think best matches my venerable nature? Thank you. My role here is to preserve and pass on the traditions of my people so that each generation never forgets where we came from. Take this gem of preservation. You will need it when you go to the pyramid's upper level. When you have collected 3 gems, you may go to the top of the pyramid to complete the trial of spirit.
Are you here for the trial of spirit? Then know that I am but a humble farmer dealing with whatever this strange land throws at me so that I can provide food for my people. One of Zohaniel's necklaces, I assume. And which one do you think matches my pragmatic outlook on life? thank you. I deal with the hardships of coaxing food from this foul land. Without my dedication, who knows what my people would be eating? Please, take this gem of endurance. You'll need it when you go to the top of the pyramid. The statues at the top of this pyramid are dedicated to the challenges we face every day.
Can't you see I'm busy?
You need to finish Tree Minder Zohaniel's.
The outsider returns. And was your trial of spirit successful? Good. That means you understand the spirit of my people. Very good, outsider. Now you must choose between eternal suffering or eternal death. You have completed our trials, outsider. Now we ask you to settle our long debate. Will you side with the scholars or with the warriors? The scholars believe that the history cannot continue as Molag Bal's slave. It withers away, but the crystal will not let it die. This cruel existence, this terrible suffering, it must come to an end. Oblivion is preferable to eternal torment. Of course. I shall wait here for you to return.
Now you must decide the outcome of Hajuzith's long debate. Will the history live or die? The choice is yours to make, outsider. The warriors believe that the history must survive, no matter the torments it is forced to suffer. The crystal must continue to sustain it, to keep the spark of life flickering despite the endless pain. Life is precious. The Hist must endure.
You have completed our trials, outsider. Now the scholars believe that the history cannot continue as Molag Bal's slave. It withers away, but the crystal will not let it die. This cruel existence, this outcome, while sad, is for the best. We shall give you a boon to help you in your struggle. Without the vampiric shard, the Hist will pass on naturally. But first, you need to convince Anjin Saka to accept your decision. Your decision will allow the history to die with grace and dignity. Please make Anjin Saka understand why you chose this path for us.
Have you made a decision, outsider? I see, but our traditions allow a choice, any choice, to be challenged. You must defend your decision by defeating our champion in combat. If you cannot uphold your conviction through battle, then how can you expect us to honor your decision? Your conviction ends.
The time has come to end the suffering. I pray that the cursed shard crumbles at your touch. The cursed shard has been destroyed. Currents of happiness and grief flow through the river this day. Thank you, Outsider. Because of you, the Histtree's eternal suffering and enslavement shall finally come to an end. We shall mourn the Hist, but we shall also find solace now that its pain and torment is over. When you need us, we shall be there. The Scholar shall be at your side when we are needed most. Good luck, Outsider.
Moloch Ball will reward me when I add you to his army.
These swords, they must be a clue. Now where did those fools run off to? These poor creatures, just slaughtered. Nothing ever changes. By Ifra's hairy feet, you outsiders just keep showing up. You and everyone else in this forest, it seems. My clan has already declared your allies to be trespassers. You don't want to know what we do to trespassers. The Shadow Walkers will catch them. They always do. Does a fuzzy newt goat have 7 toes? Don't look at me like that. It's a perfectly appropriate analogy. Anyway, I hope I reach them before the hunters do. Otherwise, your allies don't stand a chance. Because I'm tired of seeing people get hurt. Ugh. Things need to change round here. We've already spent way too much time talking about fuzzy newt goats. I really need to get moving. Have you noticed the swords left near these campfires? I think your companions are trying to tell us something. I'm going to keep looking for them. If I can reach them before the hunters, they might just get out of this forest alive. Keep your eyes open and your weapon ready. The shadows here are not your friend. More outsiders. Show them the penalty for entering the Moonless Walk. You need to be alive. You have to be. I need you to help me. I didn't do it. I swear. He was like this when I found him. This poor soldier. He didn't have to die. At least the Khajiit got away. How long can he manage to survive, though? I don't know. My clan can be very persistent. Because we made a stupid deal long time ago. We became the guardians of this forest in exchange for power and immortality. But look at the cost. Now the Shadow Walkers hunt anyone who dare sets foot in these woods. There might still be a way to save the other soldier, the Khajiit. But you need to trust me. I won't oppose my clan directly. They're my family. But I can help you find your friend. I just want to make sure no one else gets hurt. The Shadow Walkers use runners to search the forest, but you'll never see them. They become one with the shadows, all but invisible when the clan is on high alert. There is a way to see the runners, though. You need to collect the bark of a Spriggan. The bark's magic allows the creatures to... how should I put this? Feel their way through the dark woods. Infuse the bark with the wisps of light, and you should be able to spot the runners. Your friend is out there, being hunted by my people as we speak. If you have questions, ask them quickly so we can get back to the task at hand. My clan is ancient, older than you can even imagine. Our tree mender tells stories of the before time, when we lived under the bright skies in the lush forests of Valenwood. According to the stories, the Daedric Prince unleashed his fury upon Valenwood. Instead of fighting back, my ancestors decided to offer their allegiance to the prince. And here we are. Gave up. That's one way to look at it. Another way is to see a clan that wanted not only to survive, but to gain a significant advantage. The Shadow Walkers love power. In exchange for servitude, we were promised power over our enemies. I explained this to you already. I'm tired of darkness and false promises. Molag Bal gave us power, but he keeps us trapped here. What good is power if we're stuck in this realm forever? I want to see clear skies and stars in the night. Ask questions later. You need... Did you get the bark? We don't have much time left. Just scrape a bit off the top end. There. An old trick I learned living so long in this dreadful place. My friends thought it was funny to hide from me, so I'd use this to see them. It also has an interesting side effect. While it allows you to see anyone hiding in the Shadow Realm, it also masks your presence from them. I've used this method to avoid patrols and sneak out of the forest. It really works. But remember, the effect is temporary. It doesn't last long. Touch the bark to a wisp of light, and then cross the bridge. The runners are searching for the remaining soldier. When you spot a runner, follow him. He should lead you right to your friend. And if the effect runs out, just touch another wisp. Don't forget to touch one of the wisps. That's what activates the properties of the bark. Good luck, and I hope you find your friend before my clan kills him.
What's all that noise out there? There has to be something out there. Where in Ifri's name is that sound coming? I could have sworn I heard something. Why are the creatures acting so strangely today?
I need healing!